So I guess I'll cover some of these Russian airstrikes. This is only the second time that I've seen an actual airstrike come out of Russia. This is on their actual website. You couldn't really tell what they were bombing or shooting at. Supposedly they're in the Mediterranean. I do want to point out this one. This is, I guess, Anna Press. This is a Red Cross ISIS organization. So I'm just gonna try to follow the propaganda right here. So ISIS is supposedly the bad guy. They're staging chemical attacks. That came out. ISIS chemical attacks. I'm using one hand, so it has come out. ISIS is the bad guy. They're using chemical attacks. New York Times. So they want you to know that ISIS is the bad guy. They want you to know that ISIS has been using chemical attacks. They want you to know that. They also want you to know that Obama has been funding ISIS. They want you to know Obama's been funding ISIS. Now, what I don't think they know or anything like that is that the Red Cross has been training these guys, and they're working hand in hand with ISIS. So you have the Red Cross and ISIS as supposedly the bad guys. I don't know how isn't France a NATO member? Aren't the U.S. security officials proof that ISIS is, or I guess I just need to read the headline. France warns of ISIS chemical attacks. See, aren't all these people allies? They're always going to these G20 meetings. They're always going to NATO meetings or NATO members. Aren't they all NATO? Just trying to keep up with the propaganda. United Nations Security Council. See if we can find members. Just gotta try to keep up with the propaganda here. Yeah, so you have France, United States, United Kingdom. If you read State Memorandum 200 by Kissinger, it basically goes over like when people are trading all their goods, all their crops for, worthless paper to go watch a football game. All that extra food that they can go over and enslave another population with it. So now France is warning of chemical attacks with ISIS. ISIS is supposedly the bad guy. It's all Obama's fault. So, and then you got the Red Cross right here helping out with ISIS, and supposedly Russia is bombing civilians now, which I think they're allies. They're allies on everything else. So nothing new underneath Syria. Let's look up this other place. Just using one hand, or else I would just spell it. This is supposedly after a France attack. Again, I think the Red Cross is just a cleanup crew. Because like what we know about the provocateurs is that the state gets more power when there's chaos on the ground. They've been caught faking photos before. We don't know if this is fake. They like to mix fake with real. Supposedly a Russian drone. Now we show up the "We Are One" unibrow symbol. Don't really know what they're hitting here. Kind of just looks like they're hitting the ground. Just trying to keep up with the propaganda right here. I'll say bombed a bread factory, supposedly Russia, which I wouldn't put it past them. So not too many photos coming out. Again, Russia and the US were allies during World War I. They were allies during World War II. They're allies right now on, not CERN, the other one, ITER. They're allies on a space mission together, whether you think it's real or not. They're allies on a space mission together. Again, the state gets more power when there's provocateurs and conflict on the ground. Do not know what that little logo is. And if you go over here to list of permanent representatives to the UN, see you got the International Red Cross, which they're still portraying as the good guy. They're not portraying that the Red Cross has been training groups that are working with ISIS. You got the Olympic Committee. I'm sure you have like football and other sports governing bodies down here. Order of Malta. See, I still don't even know. Looking at some of these other attacks that supposedly happen by ISIS or terrorists. Some of the latest ones I couldn't confirm. I couldn't confirm any of these. Couldn't confirm this one was real. But they do train. I think they're training military exercises are an actual, a giveaway saying, hey, we're training to, come get you. Because I do think they have an ideology of, state worship. Again, they have the Red Cross, National Emergency Management Agency, all portrayed as, supposedly the good guys. Or, the propaganda is just so mixed-matched. I definitely don't think Russia's the good guy in these situations. And I don't think that you can put the entire blame on Obama for training ISIS. It is a UK, French, US, more than likely a whole entire NATO alliance. So if there is, the Red Cross is international at the UN, so I'm going to be probably trying to see if there's a relationship between Russia and the Red Cross, which I think there is. I'm sure there is. But yeah, just my giveaway. I don't think Russia's the good guy in this situation.